If you're over 65 and waking up tired, bloated, or running to the bathroom after dinner, this could be the drink that changes everything. It was used in ancient medicine for centuries, and it's finally being validated by modern research. One glass at night could reset your gut, calm your system, and unlock the deep sleep you've been missing. Let's dive in. If you've never heard of it, you're not alone. But for thousands of years, this fermented drink has been a healing staple across Asia, Eastern Europe, and even parts of ancient Persia. It's called kefir, a slightly tangy yogurt-like drink with a name that literally means feel good in Turkish. And here's the fascinating part. Ancient healers didn't fully understand why it worked, but they knew it did. Kefir was prized by nomadic tribes in the Caucasus Mountains, not just for its flavor, but for its unusual effects on the body. People noticed they didn't get sick as often. They slept deeper. Their digestion was smoother, even without refrigeration or modern hygiene. Fast forward 2,000 years, and scientists today are confirming what elders then already knew. A recent clinical study published in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that daily consumption of kefir improved gut microbiota diversity and helped regulate bowel movements in adults over 60. Another study in the Journal of Dairy Science found that kefir boosted melatonin levels and helped older adults experience more restful, uninterrupted sleep within just 2 weeks. So what makes it so powerful? It comes down to probiotics, more than 30 strains of them, along with naturally occurring tryptophan, a building block of serotonin and melatonin. Translation? Kefir doesn't just ease digestion. It tells your brain it's time to sleep. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this just like yogurt? Not quite. Kefir is more potent, more bioavailable, and easier to digest, especially for seniors who may be lactose sensitive. In fact, kefir grains break down lactose during fermentation, so even if you've avoided dairy for years, you may be able to drink kefir with zero issues. But that's not all. This ancient drink has shown potential benefits for reducing nighttime inflammation, which disrupts sleep, balancing gut-brain signals that affect mood and stress, and even supporting bone health, thanks to its high levels of calcium, vitamin K2, and magnesium. All that packed into one small glass a day. But here's the catch. Not all kefir is created equal, and how you drink it, especially at night, can make or break its effectiveness. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, if this is starting to resonate with you, if you've tried pills, teas, and sleeping meds with no luck, comment yes below so we know you're with us. Because in the next few minutes, we're revealing exactly when and how to drink kefir for maximum results, especially if you're over 65 and struggle with bloating, poor sleep, or sluggish digestion. Knowing that kefir can support digestion, sleep, and gut health is powerful, but the real magic happens when you know exactly when and how to drink it, especially if you're over 65. Let's start with the timing. If your main goal is better sleep, the best time to drink kefir is about 1 hour before bed. Why? Because kefir contains tryptophan, the same amino acid found in turkey that helps your body create serotonin and melatonin, hormones that naturally prepare your body for rest. In fact, a 2021 study published in Nutrients found that participants who consumed kefir at night showed measurable improvements in sleep quality, heart rate variability, and cortisol reduction compared to those who took it in the morning. So timing matters a lot. But what if digestion is your main concern? For digestive issues like bloating, constipation, or acid reflux, kefir can also be taken in the morning on an empty stomach to help reboot your gut microbiome. Some seniors even choose to split their intake, half a glass in the morning, half at night, which can balance both benefits throughout the day. Now let's talk about how to drink it for maximum absorption. Here are 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, drink it plain and unsweetened. Flavored kefir may taste better, but those added sugars feed the bad gut bacteria you're trying to crowd out. Stick to unsweetened versions or make your own if you're comfortable fermenting at home. Rule number 2, don't mix it with heavy meals. If you drink kefir right after a greasy dinner, It can get lost in the digestive chaos. Instead, drink it 1 to 2 hours after your last meal. Your stomach will be calmer and more receptive to the probiotic load. Rule number 3. Pair it with light, supportive foods. If you don't like the taste of plain kefir, blend it with a small piece of banana, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a handful of berries. These natural ingredients not only enhance the flavor, but also support sleep and digestion in their own way. And here's an extra tip. Room temperature kefir is gentler on sensitive stomachs than drinking it ice cold. Let it sit out for 15 to 20 minutes before sipping. But before you start chugging kefir every night, here are 3 common mistakes seniors often make. Drinking too much too fast. Start with just 1/4 to 1/2 a cup per day, then slowly increase to a full cup. Jumping in too quickly can cause temporary bloating or cramping as your gut adjusts. Choosing ultra-pasteurized commercial brands. These often lack live cultures. Look for "contains live and active cultures" on the label, or opt for local small-batch kefir if available. Stopping too soon. Probiotic benefits build over time. It may take 7 to 10 days to feel a noticeable shift, but consistency is key. If you're still watching, this might be the sign you've been waiting for. That nagging bloating after dinner, the restless nights, the reliance on antacids or melatonin gummies, they don't have to be your normal. Try 1 small glass tonight, just 1, and tomorrow morning see how you feel. Coming up next, we'll explore exactly what kefir does inside your body at night, from calming inflammation to resetting your gut-brain axis, and why the results are even more profound after 65. Most people think sleep and digestion are 2 separate issues, but science now confirms they're deeply connected, and kefir just might be one of the most effective tools to harmonize both. Here's how it works. Once kefir enters your body, its living probiotics begin colonizing your gut. Think of them as tiny health warriors, each with a mission. They help balance your microbiome, crowd out harmful bacteria, and rebuild the gut lining that can wear down with age, medications, or processed food. But that's just the beginning. Your gut and brain are in constant communication through what's called the gut-brain axis, a superhighway of nerves and hormones that sends signals in both directions. When your gut is inflamed, slow, or out of balance, it tells your brain to stay alert. That's one reason seniors with poor digestion often wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., even if their stomach doesn't hurt. But kefir changes that. Its probiotics trigger the release of short-chain fatty acids, natural anti-inflammatories that calm both the gut lining and the central nervous system. It's like flipping the switch from wired and restless to safe and sleepy. Kefir also boosts your natural levels of GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, a neurotransmitter that helps your brain relax, quiet the mental chatter, and transition into deep, restorative sleep. A study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience showed that older adults who consumed fermented dairy like kefir had higher GABA activity and fewer nighttime awakenings. Even more interesting? Researchers have found that kefir can help reset circadian rhythms that often go haywire with age. That's why people who drink it consistently often report falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up with more energy. Not because the drink is sedating, but because it's regulating, and it doesn't stop with sleep. Kefir plays a quiet but powerful role in reducing cortisol, the stress hormone that spikes during restless nights, boosting immune response, since nearly 70% of your immune cells live in your gut, and even supporting serotonin production, which affects not just sleep, but mood, memory, and motivation. This is especially crucial after 65. As we age, our microbiome diversity naturally declines. That means fewer good bacteria and more vulnerability to inflammation, poor digestion, and even cognitive issues. But kefir helps repopulate your internal ecosystem like replanting a garden after a long winter. The best part? You don't have to do anything while it works. Just drink your small glass, go to bed. While you rest, your body heals. No effort, no pills, no side effects. Just a 2,000-year-old ritual rediscovered and backed by science. Coming up in the next section, we'll walk through real success stories from seniors who started drinking kefir daily, and the surprising transformations they experienced in as little as 2 weeks. From clearer digestion and deeper sleep to reduced medication use, these stories may help you see what's truly possible, no matter your age. Thousands of seniors across the world are quietly rediscovering this ancient remedy, and for many, the results begin to show up faster than expected. If you've been skeptical, that's understandable, but sometimes all it takes is 7 days to feel something shift. Let's walk through what real people are reporting, step by step. Margaret, 72, had always described herself as a light sleeper. "I thought waking up 3-4 times a night was normal for my age," she said. But after just 1 week of drinking kefir, half a glass after dinner, something changed. "I slept for 6 hours straight without waking. That hasn't happened in over a decade." Her digestion also improved subtly. Less bloating, no more rushing to the bathroom. "I didn't think it was related until I missed a night and the old symptoms came right back." Joe, 78, was dealing with reflux, gas, and what he called a constantly noisy stomach. He started drinking 1-2 cup of kefir at night, with a little cinnamon and banana for taste. By the second week, the discomfort faded. But something else happened too. "I used to wake up anxious for no reason. Just this jittery, unsettled feeling. That's mostly gone now." Scientists believe this isn't just placebo. As gut inflammation decreases, the nervous system also calms down, leading to reduced cortisol, better emotional regulation, and less tossing and turning. Joe's experience reflects what researchers are finding: that probiotic-rich foods like kefir don't just improve digestion. They may gently support cognitive health and emotional balance, too. Ella, 83, was on 2 different medications for sleep and digestion. She was tired of feeling groggy in the morning and frustrated with her dependency on pills. "I felt like I didn't own my body anymore," she said. After committing to kefir every night for 30 days and adding a small walk after dinner, her results were dramatic. Sleep quality doubled, even on the nights she forgot her pills. Bathroom habits normalized without extra fiber supplements. She felt more alert, more regular, and most importantly, more in control. Her doctor was so impressed by her progress that he began helping her taper off the sleep aids she'd relied on for 9 years. "I didn't expect this little drink to change my routine, but it has," Ella said. These stories aren't rare. They're growing every day. From YouTube comments to clinical forums, from retirement homes to personal journals. And while kefir isn't a magic bullet, it is a simple, natural ritual that can create real change. Because healing doesn't always need to be hard. Sometimes it just takes consistency, and something older than modern medicine. Coming up next, we'll cover the types of kefir you should absolutely avoid, the sneaky marketing traps on store shelves, and how to choose the right kind for seniors without wasting money or triggering your gut. You've learned what kefir is, how to drink it, and what it does for your body. But none of that matters if you're drinking the wrong kind. Unfortunately, not all kefir is created equal, and many store-bought brands cut corners in ways that make the product less effective or even harmful, especially for seniors. Let's walk through the 3 most common traps to avoid. Trap number 1: flavored kefir loaded with sugar. If it tastes like a strawberry milkshake, it's probably closer to dessert than a health drink. Some commercial kefir brands add up to 26 grams of sugar per serving. That's more than a can of soda. And for seniors dealing with blood sugar fluctuations, insulin resistance, or gut imbalances, that sugar spike can undo all the probiotic benefits. What to look for instead? Go for plain, unsweetened kefir. You can always add your own fresh fruit or a dash of cinnamon to make it taste better without the sugar crash. Trap number 2: ultra-pasteurized products with dead cultures. Kefir is only effective if it contains live and active cultures. But here's the trick. Some mass-market brands pasteurize their kefir after fermentation to extend shelf life. That heat process kills the beneficial bacteria, leaving you with a nutrient-dead drink. What to look for instead? Check the label for these phrases. Live in active cultures, contains over 10 strains of probiotics, no post-fermentation pasteurization. Bonus tip: the shorter the ingredient list, the better. Trap number 3. Kefir alternatives that aren't real kefir. Beware of drinkable yogurt or probiotic smoothies posing as kefir. They often use yogurt cultures, not the true kefir grains that give it its unique probiotic diversity and potency. Real kefir contains over 30 strains of bacteria and yeast that work synergistically, much more than most commercial yogurts. What to look for instead? True kefir will usually say, cultured with kefir grains, or come from brands specializing in fermentation, not just dairy. Before you add that bottle to your cart, run it through this simple 5-point check. Unsweetened, plain only, says live in active cultures clearly on label, made from real kefir grains, not just generic yogurt cultures. No artificial thickeners or added stabilizers. Comes from a trusted or local brand, not ultra-commercial dairy lines. Bonus: if you're lactose sensitive, look for goat milk kefir or water kefir. These are gentler on digestion and often easier to tolerate. And yes, you can make kefir at home, which gives you total control over the ingredients. But for most seniors, starting with a quality store-bought option is the easiest path. Drinking kefir is more than just another health tip. It's a doorway into a deeper evening ritual. And when you combine it with a few simple habits, the results don't just add up, they multiply. Because after 65, your nighttime routine isn't just about winding down. It's about retraining your body to relax, digest, and sleep deeply, without stress, pills, or screens. Here's a simple senior-friendly routine that builds around kefir and helps you make the most of its ancient benefits. Set the stage, 60 minutes before bed. About an hour before bed, dim the lights in your home. This signals to your brain that nighttime is approaching. Turn off overhead lights and switch to warm, low lamps if possible. Light a candle if it feels peaceful. This triggers the natural release of melatonin, your body's sleep hormone, which works beautifully alongside kefir's tryptophan. Optional? Put on soft instrumental music or calming nature sounds. This helps lower cortisol levels, your stress hormone, especially after a long or lonely day. Drink your kefir 45 minutes before bed. Now it's time. Pour 1/2 to 1 cup of unsweetened, room-temperature kefir into your favorite glass or mug. If the taste is too tart, stir in a pinch of cinnamon, natural blood sugar balancer, a spoon of mashed banana or 2 to 3 blueberries, gut-friendly sweetness, or a few drops of vanilla extract. As you sip, sit somewhere quiet. Don't rush. Let it be a moment of stillness, a gift to yourself. Each sip is doing quiet work inside you, restoring balance, calming your gut, easing inflammation, and preparing your mind to rest. After finishing your kefir, avoid screens. Yes, even for just 30 minutes. Instead, try gentle stretching or light yoga, especially for stiff joints. A warm bath with Epsom salt to ease muscles and improve magnesium absorption. Reading something calming, not the news, but perhaps poetry, spiritual text, or an uplifting story. This gives your body a chance to absorb the kefir's nutrients and probiotics without being overstimulated. As you slip under the covers, take a few deep breaths. Reflect on one thing you're grateful for. You've just nourished your body with something real, something ancient, something healing. Let your body take over from here. Your gut is working. Your mind is softening. Your sleep hormones are rising. No effort required, just quiet progress, night after night. What most seniors discover is that it's not just the kefir, it's the ritual. This moment, this rhythm, becomes something you look forward to. It marks the end of stress, the beginning of rest. And that's how transformation happens. Not through huge changes, but through small moments done consistently. One small glass. That's all it takes to begin rewriting the story your body has been telling you for years. Because no matter your age, your biology is still listening. And when you give it the right signals, calm, nourishment, rhythm, it responds, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in waves. For over 2,000 years, kefir was used not just as a drink, but as a ritual, a signal to the body that healing was possible, that rest was sacred, that the night was a time not just for sleep, but for renewal. And now you know what they knew, that fixing your digestion and reclaiming your sleep doesn't always come from pills, prescriptions, or complicated plans. Sometimes it starts with something so simple it's easy to overlook. So here's a question for you. What might happen if you gave your body 30 days of care, calm, and consistency? Would you sleep better? Move easier? Feel lighter, clearer, more present? You don't need to change your whole life to find out. You just need to start, because healing doesn't always begin with action. Sometimes it begins with a sip,